I want to talk a little bit about education, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Education is the biggest problem in the United States, and dare I say, the world as a whole, because the way that public education is set up in all structures of government that I am currently aware of is focused on the economy.
I agree with you there.
It's like we are teaching you how to work so that you might be able to serve and benefit from the economy, because
Work for your government.
your survival depends upon the health of your nation's economy. So you should accept with blind obedience the nature of the education purported on you that trains you to be a soldier, to fight for your government in the sense of whatever it is, whether it's textiles or armed forces or the food industry or computer science.
Right, because it all connects back into each other.
But it's built on a model of efficiency, just efficiency. So the way that we're being educated is right out of the bag. We're taught mathematics immediately. Just like, you don't need to know why you're learning it. Just you need to know mathematics because you need to understand the nature of the physical world before we put you in it.
They're basically trying to turn us into computers.
The second you ask why you're learning math, it's like what, 2 apples, you add an extra apple, you get 3 apples. Okay, it's important to know. It's definitely important to know. But the reason why it's important to know is not to get into the second realm of why we learn mathematics, which is, well, how much do these apples cost? Because there's so much more important things to learn in this universe than the cost of goods. That's just the nature of it. If you learn, okay, so here's the buzzwords, the 2 buzzwords that I am now promoting, and an advocate of the spread of these 2 buzzwords is the best form and system of education that I personally know of, and the one that I subscribe to, because I don't involve myself with structured public higher education, because I just think that it's more of the same. General education, it's like, what is general about going through, learning calculus when it's not really applicable to my lifestyle choices, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the 2 buzzwords are, when we're children, when you have children, or if you're a teacher, the best way, in my estimation, to teach children is to teach them metacognitively, which means to teach them about teaching themselves.
Exactly.
Like, teach them about the true nature of themselves. The biggest problem that I had, you gotta understand that I graduated high school barely with a GPA, grade point average, of 1.9. That's just under a C minus to D plus. That's what I graduated high school with, because I did not give a flying shit fuck about what I was learning, because the teachers could not explain to me why I was learning what I was learning, because I was so disinterested. The only thing I ever paid attention to was English. Ever. Because the only thing that ever fucking interested me is, like, why am I going to be out here learning about the detailed structure of science or calculus or any of the other things they throw at us. It's for me, it's English anyways. But metacognitively, it doesn't. You can be interested in science. You can be interested in math. It doesn't matter. But you have to understand why you're interested in these things. And children should be taught about themselves first, and why they think the way that they think, and what they want to think about. And those avenues should be supported by the education system instead of the opposite. It's just like, it doesn't matter what you want to learn or what you want to do or that you want to socialize right now. All that matters is that you need to fulfill these requirements to pass in this world, and you're threatened if not. If you don't pass elementary school, you fail. You are a failure, and you're never going to make it. You're never going to achieve what you need to achieve. But their model of what achievement is making the most money possible. And money that comes from these trees around us, it's just a construct. I could burn $100 bill and it wouldn't make a difference in the grand scheme of things ever. I could burn a check written by Bill Gates for $10 billion, and it wouldn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things, because money is only as useful as we believe it to be. It's just that the people that are in control of the money, which are the people that have the power and the influence because of this mode of model, all they do, that's their entire thing, is reinforcing the importance of their creation of denomination, of monetary denomination, so that they can hold on to their power. It's so simple. And the reason why they're still in control is because they are advocates, and they put out there, they spin it
And
like,
because people are so scared.
they're like, you cannot have freedom without
This money,
subscribing
this
to
great paper.
subscribing to the importance of this paper over the importance of spending time in nature and with your family and with your friends. You need to work for this money in order to have those things, and that is such a fallacy. It is such a fucking fallacy. It's unbelievable. I can
Very
travel
true.
wherever I want in this nation and enjoy the nature and enjoy the people, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now, because that's the only way to live life. Now, we do need to work. I'm not saying that we can just be lazy and not have to work. We do have to work in order to survive, undoubtedly. But whatever you want to do, just dedicate yourself to working hard at it, and you can survive. It's that simple. If you want to survive and do what you love to do, just dedicate yourself to it.
And don't be afraid of throwing everything else out the window, everything that you find familiar.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and it's necessary to reprogram yourselves and deconstruct your values every once in a while. I do it myself. I mean, because without the deconstruction of our values that have been laid out for us, most of us, from the beginning of our lives, then
We're never going to change anything.
And if you're watching this video, you're already on the path to enlightenment for yourself. I'm not saying that myself or Amanda are enlightened, but we're both on the path to our own individual enlightenment, whatever that means for us. And you are on your own path to individual enlightenment, especially if you made it this far in this video, because you're interested in what we have to say. So think about your value system, why you find important what you find important, and then ask yourself where those values stem from. And you know what it is? I'm a vegan, but I'm not a proselytizer. I don't go out there and I don't tell people, hey, I'm Zach and I'm a vegan, or hey, I'm Zach and eating meat is wrong. I don't think eating meat is objectively wrong. I don't think that it is objectively wrong, because it's just a part of the animalistic nature and instinctual nature of us, is just to eat
it's just healthier.
What we find to be good.
To not eat.
Well, I do it because I think that it's healthier for me. But
Right.
the number one reason why I tell people when they ask me, why am I vegan? It's not because, oh, animal cruelty or this or that.
No, me neither.
The number one reason why I personally retain my status as a vegan is because I sleep better at night knowing that I have made that choice for myself to treat myself and other sentient beings well, because those are things that I value. Now, you may not value the same things that I do, and there is nothing wrong with that. But be open-minded enough to understand my values, and I will pay you the same courtesy. And I think that that's all that we can do, and that all that we should be expected to do is really put in the effort to try and understand each other.
And ourselves as well.
Yes.
Because you can't go on trying to understand and communicate with other people if you don't really understand who you are and what your values are. And it's really important to connect and to find out for yourself why you're here.